Hey movie buffs, get ready for a trip back to one of the most talked about films in Hollywood history, Heaven's Gate from 1980. Directed by Michael Cimino, this epic western is famous not just for its grand scale, but also for its epic flop at the box office. But let's dive into what makes this movie super intriguing. Plot. Picture this. It's the 1890s in Wyoming during the real-life Johnson County War. The film stars Kris Kristofferson as Jim Averill, a sheriff with brains from Harvard who's out to protect immigrant settlers from a ruthless gang of killers hired by rich cattle barons. Adding more spice to the mix, we've got Christopher Walken as Nathan Champion, a tough enforcer, and Isabelle Huppert, who plays Ella Watson, a madame caught in a love triangle. Drama, right. Themes. Heaven's Gate isn't just a western shoot-'em-up. It digs deep with themes like class warfare, the corruption of the American dream, immigration woes, and the rough-and-tumble history of the Wild West. It's all about the clash between the haves and the have-nots. Production tales. After the hit The Deer Hunter, director Cimino had all the freedom and a hefty budget, which, well, kind of blew up. We're talking a budget jump from 11 million to over 44 million. Cimino's hunt for perfection meant huge set constructions and meticulous details, like moving actual mountains. All this was shot in the picturesque locales of Montana and Idaho. Controversies. Not all smooth sailing, though. The set saw some serious issues, including allegations of animal cruelty, which really stirred up activists. Plus, the massive budget caused major headaches for United Artists, pushing the studio to the brink of collapse, release and aftermath. When it hit theatres in November 1980, let's just say critics weren't fans. The original cut was over 5 hours long. Audiences hardly got to see it before it was pulled and trimmed down, but the damage to its rep was done. Box office, a mere $3.5 million. Talk about a financial disaster. Looking back. Over the years, though, Heaven's Gate has seen a bit of a revival. Some now call it a misunderstood gem, admiring its ambition and stunning visuals by cinematographer Vilmos Zsigmond. The director's cut, in particular, has found new fans and sparked more positive chatter. Legacy. Despite the initial crash and burn, Heaven's Gate remains a fascinating study in filmmaking. It's a prime example of what happens when a director's vision goes unbridled, marking an end to the director-driven era of the 70s in Hollywood. So whether you see it as a monumental flop or a bold masterpiece, Heaven's Gate definitely proves that in the world of movies, sometimes the most interesting stories happen behind the scenes. Give it a watch and decide for yourself. Heaven's Gate was released on November 19, 1980, before being immediately pulled from release. The film was re-released in a cut-down form in April of 1981. The film holds a 57% critic score on Rotten Tomatoes and a 6.4 out of 10 on IMDb. Heaven's Gate, the cut-down version, is available to stream for free on the Tubi app. If you want to see the director's cut, it's available via the Criterion Collection.